Have you ever felt that your life might be following a pre-written script? That your lifespan, your wealth, even the people you meet, were all decided long ago? This isn't a hypothetical. It is the exact reality. A Ming Dynasty scholar named Yuan Liaofan lived for the first half of his life. A fortune teller mapped out his entire existence. The year he would pass the imperial exams. The year he would become a county magistrate. His exact annual salary. He was even told he would have no sons and would die on the 14th day of the 8th month, in the hour of the ox, when he turned 53. The most terrifying part. For the next 20 years, every prediction came true with chilling precision. The young Yuan Liaofan was shattered. If life is a movie with a known ending, what's the point of the struggle in the middle? He became complacent, merely going through the motions, waiting for his appointed time to die. Then, he met Master Yanggu, and the very definition of his fate was completely The master told him, "A person's destiny has its predetermined course, but only one kind of person remains locked in it. The ordinary person who accepts it as fixed. A person of immense goodness is not bound by this course. A person of immense wickedness cannot be saved by it." Your life matched the predictions for 20 years, not because they were unchangeable, but because you never tried to change them. These words were a key, clicking open the prison of his mind. He asked, "Then how can destiny truly be changed?" The master gave him 8 words. "We shape our fate. We seek our own blessings." From that day, Yuan Liaofan began history's most radical personal experiment to rewrite his own book of fate with his own hands. His method wasn't mystical. It was a practical, 4-step system anyone can use. Step 1. Establishing your destiny. Hit the reset button on your life. This isn't a platitude. Establishing your destiny means reclaiming authorship of your life. Liaofan's first act was to make a solemn vow to heaven and earth. "I will perform 3,000 acts of goodness to pass the imperial exams with high rank." This wasn't a wish, it was a declaration. It was reprogramming his core identity from victim of fate to architect of my life. He grabbed the remote control of his existence, switching from a passive viewer to an active director. This is the non-negotiable first step. Step 2. Correcting faults. Run your internal antivirus software. With resolve came system cleanup. Liaofan kept a ledger of merits and faults, daily logging his mistakes like debugging code. He found his system riddled with bugs, quick temper, harsh speech, jealousy, procrastination. But the log wasn't for self-flagellation. It activated a repair program called the 3 minds. The mind of shame. Your real-time monitor. It's not fear of others' judgment, but that inner voice. Had whispers. Notice this. This thought lowers your version. It lets you see the person you don't want to be. The mind of reverence. Your risk assessment engine. It connects actions to consequences. You learn that a cruel remark can build future isolation. A moment of laziness can forfeit a key opportunity. Like knowing fire burns, so you choose not to touch it. The mind of courage. Your decisive force-quit command. Its directive is simple. Now, not later. No excuses. You feel envy toward a colleague? Acknowledge it, then consciously shift to admire their strength. This trio cleaned his malware, making his inner system faster and more stable. 3 years later, after 3,000 acts of goodness, the miracle happened. He came first in the imperial exams. The fortune teller's version had him in 3rd place. For the first time, he had pried the gears of fate from their predicted course. But the real test was just beginning. This leads to the question we all ask. Step 3. Accumulating goodness. When kindness meets a hard reality. Liaofan made a second vow. 3,000 more good deeds. To ask for a son. Reality instantly retaliated. His most trusted friends swindled him out of most of his savings, plunging his family into poverty. His wife wept, "We can barely survive ourselves. How can we do good for others?" That night, in despair, Liaofan understood the true core of accumulating goodness. We think kindness is for the privileged, an optional extra. Liaofan discovered that goodness is the final armor for the struggling, the bottom line that keeps the soul from falling. How can you do good when you can barely feed yourself. Goodness doesn't always require money. In poverty, refusing to bitterly complain is goodness. After betrayal, choosing not to seek revenge is goodness. In darkness, refusing to snuff out your own inner light is goodness. He could teach a neighbor's child a character, or repair a broken well bucket to prevent accidents. The highest forms of goodness often cost nothing but your own character. Ifidogu to change my fate. Isn't that just a transaction? Is it hypocritical? This tortured Liaofan. 2. He realized. Hypocrisy is performing good acts, while secretly calculating the payoff. His starting point was honesty. I want to change. I want a better life. That's not shameful. It's like someone who starts running to lose weight. The initial motive is vanity, but through consistent action, health improves, habit forms, and running becomes its own reward. So it is with goodness. Sustained action reshapes the heart, transforming initial self-interest into pure experience. Nice guys, finish last. What if my kindness is met with evil? This is the sharpest challenge. Liaofan's wisdom was this. True goodness requires the armor of wisdom. Mindless kindness enables evil and is irresponsible to oneself. He later taught that upon seeing someone in trouble, the first response shouldn't be to rush in, but to call in professional help authorities, medics while protecting yourself, gathering evidence, finding witnesses. Prudent action is far superior to reckless bravery. Your safety is fundamental to your ability to keep shining a light for others. With this clarity, Liaofan continued his deeds through sickness and poverty. 4 years later, a healthy son was born. The prophecy of no heir was shattered again. Step 4. Cultivating humble virtue. Installing life's overload protection. The story seems complete, but the greatest danger often comes after success, with exam honors, rising career, and a happy family. Arrogance is the default. Liaofan remained vigilant with the final step, embla virtua. This isn't false modesty. It's the profound understanding that any achievement is the convergence of countless factors, the luck of the era, the help of mentors, the support of family. Humility is clarity. It prevents the system from overheating and crashing due to the arrogance virus. This humble virtue allowed his good fortune to flow steadily, not flash and fade. Finally, the prophesied hour of death Thok's hour on the 14th day of the 8th month. His 53rd year passed in tranquility. Not only did Liaofan not die, he lived healthily to 74. With those 21 extra years, he wrote the Four Lessons of Liaofan, publishing the complete blueprint of his fate-changing experiment for all to see. So, can destiny be changed? Yuan Liaofan's life shouts the answer. Yes. But the price is high. It demands the courage to establish, the pain tolerance to correct, the wisdom to accumulate, and the constant clarity to remain humble. This isn't an ancient myth. It's a classical philosophy of energy management and system upgrade. Your every thought, word, and action is a deposit or withdrawal from your life's energy account. What we call fate is simply the long-term statement of this account. The manuscript is 4 centuries old, but the choice is forever new. Will you continue living by someone else's pre-written script, complaining about its unfair plot, or will you choose, today, right now, to press that reset button on your own life and begin writing your own story? Your personal experiment awaits. The first line of code is yours to write.